Okay, what a way to start a video, huh? I mean, what a shot. Hey everybody. Anyway, what we have here is Tiny Tears. Poor little Tiny Tears. She got attacked by some rogue Indians. And actually, no. Tiny Tears is losing her scalp. What I'm going to do, because this is, you can feel that it's loose all up in there. I'm going to take this Elmer's glue, good old PVA glue, and I'm going to take this large brush and I'm going to re-adhere her hair. And in doing it this way, it won't be anything that's permanently stuck to her head in case something different has to be done at some point. It won't be permanent glue that can't be removed, okay? So that's why I'm going to use the Elmer's glue, because it's water soluble. So this is only we'll call it a temporary fix, because it can be undone. Let me pause this because I can't get that brush up under there without getting glue everywhere with one hand. Okay, now let me show you just what I did. And I've worked this all up under here. Now using the hand that's now holding the camera, let me see if I can juggle this somehow. I put my hand behind this and supported it. And I just worked the brush up and underneath there so I could feel it going into all those pockets. And it's really kind of hard to do, like I said, with one hand. So I just try to work it, and I'll... Damn it. Darn it. Anyway, I'll try to let that glue just really... Because if there's too much and some of it runs out, I'm just going to wipe it up with a damp rag, because it's good old Elmer's glue, water soluble. When it dries, it's going to dry clear. I did get a little bit in the hair, but really, compared to having her scalp chipping, flaking, and coming off, I think this is going to be a reasonable solution. I'm going to get some of it right down here against this edge, where this is going to get the focus here. The more I move around, and then the less light I have, the harder it is for this to focus. So see, there's a couple of little chunks that have hairs attached, and I'm going to just kind of reseat those. There were a few pieces, as you can see, little chips. You know, those were beyond restoration. And so you can see I'm just trying to keep everything in one spot and trying to see where I've got to have a little more of this glue. Alright, let me pause a minute and see if I can seat this. Okay, now, starting with the edge where that had to meet back together there, I just worked it down in that area first so I could get a good seam, if you would. And then after I got that to kind of meet up with a pretty good, I keep dropping that brush. The thing wants to jump off of there and go flying onto the floor, which, you know, not too big of a deal. Ooh, I only lost one little section of hair. I'm pretty proud of that. Okay, so just putting some pressure on her head. Now what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to find a rag and cut a strip. And no, maybe I'll just take her bonnet and fasten it down tight over her head. Let me pause this for a moment and examine what I need to do. Okay, I think I've got some pretty good pressure. I just used some painter's tape and her bonnet. I put some good pressure on that, and I think that I should be able to get that to stick pretty good. I don't feel any looseness or pockets in there, and that will dry fairly quick. I will actually put her in here where the space heater is at and let her dry some. And while I do, I'll just work on doing a little bit of cleanup work to the smaller Tiny Tears. Okay, let me lay her down. Take this glue over here because I'm bound and determined to flop that onto the floor. Let me pause for a moment and I'll be right back. Okay, this little Tiny Tears is not terribly dirty, but I will rub a little bit of goop on her. Get some of the grime off of her little toes. Oh, come here. Her little legs they're dirty enough to make them not have a cute little pink tone. So, and I think her little face can come a little bit cleaner. It kind of has a yellowish look. I'll have to be really careful washing her hair. I will wash it. She has the same type of scalp as the other one. Hers is just not damaged. Eventually it will, though. There's nothing that can keep that from happening that I know of, anyway. I've got her little dress and the very dirty little dress of the other Tiny Tears soaking in some OxiClean, and I probably will have a really cute little ruffled pink dress, vintage there, and some other little cute vintage clothing items that I will probably put on one or both. This one is so small. I don't know if I have anything really cute, teeny cute, that will fit her because she's so small. And I'll probably just have to put her outfit back on her. I would like to have something a little bit more. She's losing a few lashes. Let me see if I can just go ahead and get a hold of those. Oh, those little buggers are slick. There we go. They're just hanging out there. Yeah, okay. Get some replacement lashes. All right, let me pause this. My hands are getting too icky to touch this. I'll wipe her down. We'll see what she looks like. Okay, now, Tiny Tears looks much better now. And what I did is I took Tiny Tears over and rinsed the lower part of her body off because it was easier. And I just decided, you know, I'm going to do this the way we all do with our children. And I just got a little water on my hands and started kind of fluffing my wet hand through her hair over and over and over again until I got it kind of lifted. And then I got a little bit of conditioner. I used VO5. Ooh, and it looks great. Anyway, I put a little bit of VO5 in my hand and just massaged it through her hair and then just kept wetting my hand and rubbing it back through. I'm going to come over here with this towel and I wiped her all off, and the aroma of the conditioner stayed in the hair. It softened it up a little bit. Her hair was like little wires. And this way I could wash it without getting her scalp wet. I'm just going to continue to keep rubbing that because I'm hoping that it softens the hair a little bit and removes some of those odors. But yeah, Tiny Tears is looking much happier. A few eyelashes that have decided to leave the group, but yep, clean, bright, and smelling much better. because I think we all love our grandmas, but we probably don't necessarily want our dolls to smell like something from grandma's trunk. And sometimes they do. Let's see. Sniff test. Oh yeah. That's much better. Now, when she has some nice clean clothes, she will smell wonderful. I see that we have a little bit of goop left in her mouth. Just keep making sure we've got all the goop gone. Get rid of any little stray lashes. A little spot here on her forehead, and I don't know if that'll come off or not. Let me get just a piece of this sponge. Just tear off a piece. See if I can use that. Oh yeah, poof, it's gone. Ta-da! Magic eraser. Okay. Little scuff there on the cheek. It's not too noticeable. You can see it, it's like a little teeny dot. Not going to worry about that one. Okay. So, where am I at with her? I'm going to just check for a little, there's a little black spot on the end of her toe. Let's see if we can make it go away. I'm going to check for little spots like that. And then I'm just going to find my little doll hairbrush that I've lost again for the 45th time this week. And I'm going to just lift her hair a little bit, give it a little bit of body so that it'll dry without matting down to the head again. Her clothing will get cleaned, finished being cleaned, dried, and put back on her, and tiny tears. We love tiny tears. Okay, thanks for watching this video, and if you like what you saw, click the like button down on the lower right side. Please subscribe. I will try to have more informative videos. And questions, throw them at me. Comments, likewise. Have a great night.